Hello and welcome to my championship preview and predictions for this weekend. Thanks so much for everyone who has tuned in, and I hope you enjoy the video. If you want to get involved yourself, I would be ever so grateful. Feel free to put your predictions down in the comments and tell me what predictions you think are going to happen. But let's get on with the video. The first game is West Brom versus Aston Villa, a game involving two West Midlands clubs, two big clubs as well. Both sides are in very good form. 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 defeat in the last 5 games for West Brom. They are undefeated since they come back from the international break. Last defeat was at Hull. Aston Villa are also in fine form themselves. 4 wins and 1 draw in their last 5 game season, just outside the playoffs, with momentum growing every single week at Villa Park. They travel to West Brom in a game which is going to be entertaining. 2 of the highest scorers, I think they are the highest scorers, 42 goals scored by West Brom and 39 scored by Aston Villa. West Brom on Monday night were absolutely superb against Brentford, but somehow did not get the win. Personally, I think this one is going to be a good game. I think there'll be loads of goals. I'm going to go for an Aston Villa win. I'm going to go 3-2 to Aston Villa, and that would see them go into the playoffs temporarily at least. And then all the rest of the games are on Saturday, the first of which is Birmingham versus Bristol City. This, a couple of years ago, was the final game of the season. Birmingham won at Ashton Gate and stayed up. Birmingham are currently in 9th place, 2 wins in a row after that 4-2 defeat in the Birmingham Second City derby. Bristol City, their form isn't too good. 3 defeats, 1 draw and 1 win in their last 5 games. However, they are unbeaten in their last 2. I think this one, it will only go one way. I'm going to go 2-0 to Birmingham. I think they'll have plenty to beat Bristol City, and they will continue their chase along with Villa of the playoff pack. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Birmingham. Brentford versus Swansea is the next game. 2 sides that started very well but have slipped down the table. Brentford now in 17th place. Swansea are in 13th with 26 points and Brentford have 22. 3 defeats, 1 win and 1 draw coming last night against West Brom for Brentford. Swansea 4 defeats in their last 5 games. Their only win coming against Bolton, 1-0 that at Bolton. I'm not sure if there's too much between the sides, so I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go 1-1. It could go either way, but I'm going to go 1-1 simply because they're both in bad form. So that usually tends to be a draw. So I'm going to go Brentford 1, Swansea 1. Next we go to Leeds United. Leeds went top after a fantastic win at Sheffield United, only for Norwich to beat Rotherham, which saw them move back down to 2nd place. They will be entertaining a very solid QPR side, whose form has started to just decline a little after a fantastic run. 1 win, 2 draws and 2 defeats in their last 5 games. Leeds, well, they're on fire, aren't they? 4 wins and 1 defeat in their last 5 games. Personally, I can only see one result here, and that will be a win for Leeds. I'll go 1-0 Leeds. I think that they'll have just too much for QPR, and they will get the win. And they will try and get ahead of Norwich, who are also at home. Middlesbrough versus Blackburn is the next game. Middlesbrough, they're doing okay, I guess. They are currently in 4th place, 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat. A hammering really against Aston Villa at home. 2 very sloppy goals as well. Really disappointing that game on Saturday against Aston Villa. But I'm just worried that they're struggling a little bit at the minute. They're not scoring too many goals. So I'm going to go Blackburn. They've won 2, drawn 1 and lost 2. I'm going to go for Middlesbrough just to nick it 1-0. I don't think there'll be a lot between the sides, but Middlesbrough getting back to winning ways after 2 winless games. Next we have Millwall versus Hull. Though this is 2 sides that are very much struggling down there. Hull in 19th place after a great win at QPR. they have gone up to 19th, out of the relegation zone. Millwall have gone into the relegation zone because of that Hull result, into 22nd place. Hull have had 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat. Millwall sit on just 2 draws and 3 defeats in their last 5 games. I think Hull will go there, and similarly to QPR, will go back down to that area and get a result. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Hull, and that would see them move very, very much comfortably up to 5 points away, which would be absolutely fantastic for Nigel Atkins' men. They're starting to turn their form around, which is very, very good for Hull City. Next, we go to the leaders in Norwich City, and Norwich City will be playing Bolton on Saturday. Bolton are in 23rd place, just 18 points picked up all season, 1 from bottom. They have had just 2 points in the last 5 games, which is the equal worst ratio, which is not good at all. Norwich, they're in fine form, the best form I believe of anyone. Equal best with Aston Villa with 4 wins and 1 draw in the last 5 games. Bolton, they're doing terribly. They haven't won for ages. It only points to a Norwich win. I'm going to go 3-0 to Norwich. I think they'll have far, far too much for Bolton, and it will be a comfortable win for the Canaries. Next, we go to a side that I thought would do very well in this season, and that was Nottingham Forest. They started slowly, but they have been very, very good since. 3 wins and 2 draws in their last 5 games. Preston are their opponents for Saturday at home. 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 defeat in their last 5 games, so they're going very well as well, Preston. But I've been really impressed with Forest. You know, so many good players. Lolly, Cash, and Graben have been doing it as well. They've all looked very, very good. So I'm going to go a tight win. I'm going to go 2-1 to Forest, and that could see them rise as high as 3rd if results went their way. So really starting to become a solid playoff push for them. 2 sides that are struggling down the bottom: Sheffield Wednesday versus Rotherham, and I fear that a defeat would see the end of Jos Lukai. Sheffield Wednesday have won just 1 game in their last 5, 3 defeats and 1 draw. That win coming against Bolton, who are in 23rd. Rotherham, they are 4 places below Sheffield Wednesday in 20th with 3 draws, 1 win and 1 defeat. But I'm going to go for them to get the win here. I'm going to go 2-0 to Rotherham. I'm going to go for them to beat Sheffield Wednesday and take over them in the league, and I think that will be the end of Lukai. I think that'll be it if he was to lose that one. Stoke are next against Ipswich, and you would expect them to beat Ipswich. Ipswich are in terrible form. 2 wins, not even 2 wins all season. 2 draws, 3 defeats in their last 5 games. Stoke, they are beaten in their last 5, 4 draws and 1 win, which is okay, I guess. I still think they'll be up there come the end of the season. So I'm going to go for a comfortable 4-0 win for Ipswich. However, Paul Lambert will be going back to his former club in Stoke that sacked him at the end of the season. I think this one will be a comfortable Stoke win, and I think that they will be a challenger at the end of the season. I think Ipswich are now relegated, pretty much. I can't see them getting out of this absolute mess. Wigan versus Derby is the final 3 o'clock game. Wigan, they've started to fall down a little bit after a very, very good start. 25 points and now are currently in 15th. 1 win, 2 draws and 2 defeats in their last 5 games. However, they are unbeaten in their last 3 with those 2 draws and a win. Derby, win-loss, win. So their form is up and down. They should be going there and winning, but I've said it before, they really do struggle in these kind of games. They lost against Rotherham, they lost against Bolton. So I'm going to go with that information ready. I'm going to go for a Wigan win. I'm going to go 1-0 to Wigan, just because they've struggled going to certain places, and I feel like that might continue. Finally, the 5:30 game, the game that is on the telly, is Reading versus Sheffield United. Reading, they have had 3 draws, 1 win and 1 defeat in their last 5 games as they try to evade that relegation spot. Sheffield United, with that defeat, ended up in 6th place with the chance of going, I think they could have gone top with a win. They're now in 6th place. However, Reading, that's a game they should be winning, and I feel like they will win. I'm going to go 2-1 to Sheffield United. If you haven't already, feel free to put your thoughts in the comments there. The just copy and paste it from the description. Also will be a comment as well. But if you did enjoy this video, please smash the like button and subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great weekend. My name is Mike, and I will see you soon.